This is Scott the Fix-It Guy, and today we have a Bosch oven broiler that is not heating up. So the bake heats up, but the broiler isn't, and it's due to a faulty igniter. So what I'm going to do is take off the oven door. I'm going to pull these two latches toward me as far as they can go, and then I'll close the door, bring it up to about a 60-degree angle, almost to a closed position, and then I can lift it off of the frame and set it off to the side. It's kind of heavy, so maybe use your legs to help lift. And we're just going to be replacing a very inexpensive igniter. You can get a Bosch igniter. Also, you can get these Frigidaire or Electrolux igniters. We'll put a link in the description below. They're only about $25, and they work the same as a Bosch igniter, but they're just about a quarter of the price. So now we're sliding out all of the oven racks, and they just slide right out easily. And the broiler igniter is going to be located up above where these racks are. It's actually pretty easy to replace. We just have to get off a thing called the deflector, which kind of deflects the heat that's created, and we have to remove a few screws. We get it out, and then we have to cut some wires and splice in the new igniter. It's really easy to do. The new igniter comes with two little wire nuts too. They're porcelain, they're heat resistant. I'm going to use some pliers to loosen this small nut, and that's holding on a metal deflector. So I'm just going to take off that nut and just pull that deflector down. It kind of deflects some of the heat that's produced when the igniter lights the gas. So I have the lights on here. I have power going to the unit to help with the filming, but you want to normally unplug it or turn off the breaker just to be safe. So I'm taking out some screws here at the top. There's 4 of them in each corner, and they're holding on this metal deflector that helps dissipate the heat to give you more even cooking during broil. So just spinning these out. It's probably take you about 20 minutes to do this procedure. I'm taking out a couple of screws on the back that are holding the venturi tube or the gas tube to the firewall, to the back wall. So I'm just removing those 2 screws. Once you get all these screws out, this whole assembly is just gonna kind of hinge towards you. It's being held by the wires that are bringing power to the broil igniter. So we got one little screw here at the very end too. Take that out. And we can pull the whole assembly towards you a little bit, and then you can see those wires there. This silver thing here near the back is the igniter. We're going to be replacing that. And it has a couple of screws holding it in too that we have to remove. And then we're going to cut these wires right near the back of the igniter. You don't want those wires to be cut near the firewall, but right near the back of the igniter. You're going to strip back a 1/4 inch of those wires. Make sure again you have it unplugged or turned off, or turned off with the breaker. And then you're going to splice in the new igniter, and you'll go ahead and screw it into position on this deflector. So I'm just removing the 2 screws that are holding on the old igniter. So we got that done. We got the new igniter in position, and we haven't put all the screws back in. We're just going to test it. So we're just setting the controls for broil. We'll press start. We have it plugged in again. And then we're going to see if we get the glow of the igniter and then the gas igniting. So we're just staring here at the igniter, and I can see it starting to glow. That's good. About 60 seconds in, you should get a flame. So the igniter gets so hot that it finally, the safety valve lets in the gas and it lights it like a match. So there's a nice flame produced, so we know it's working good. Now we can go ahead and just put all the screws back in, the ones that are holding the deflector here in the corners. And then there's a couple holding the whole tube there in the back that we have to put back in. This will probably last about anywhere between 6 to 10 years, depending on how often the broiler is used. But it's pretty easy procedure, gets you back working again, and it'll save you about $200 in labor if you hired someone to do it. It's really just going to take a few tools. You need a wire stripper to strip the wires, and then you need some different screwdrivers to remove those screws. I'm using this Milwaukee one, so it speeds it up quite a bit. And then when we're done, we'll put the deflector back on and then add the racks and the door back on, and you'll be totally done. Watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance, and also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you.